in the wrong direction, losers of 3 straight, and mostly because of a miserable offense, averaging fewer than 17 points per game during the losing streak, 30th in the NFL since Week 7. Here's Nagy with Lisa Salters a short time ago.
Thank you, Susie. Matt, you made the tough decision this week to turn over play calling duties to your offensive coordinator, Bill Lazor. Why was that the right move to make right now?
Well, we were just in a position right now where I think, being in a little bit of a rut offensively, and then for me to be able to step back and be more of that head coach leadership role, I thought it was the right time.
It's still your offense, so how do you think things are going to look different tonight?
Well, I don't know. That'll be exciting for me. Again, we're all a little bit different in how we see things, and we all work together. We collaborate all week long and what we like and what we don't like. And I know Bill's excited for this opportunity. Our players are excited, and it's just an ability for us to just step back and attack it a different way.
So for you personally, what do you think it's going to be like during the game when you're on the sidelines and you're not calling the plays?
Yeah, it's going to be different. I've never had this before in my 2.5 years here as a head coach, but that's a part of the process. And sometimes you got to make decisions as a leader. And I just felt like this was what's best for our team. This is what's best for our organization. And again, we don't know the results or what's going to happen, but we think this is what's right. So I'll be able to be a big supporter, all 3 phases, offense, defense, special teams, and just be there for all my guys.
Thank you, Matt. Good luck to you tonight.
Thanks, Lisa.
The Bears offense has made Chicago look more like teddy bears this season. Chicago is averaging 19.8 points per game, the 3rd fewest in the NFL. And the Bears are also 30th in yards per game. And they're last in the NFL in rushing, averaging just 82 rush yards per game. And to add injury to insult, they will be without their leading rusher, David Montgomery, tonight. And Steve, Lazor told us that until they get to the bye week, he's not really going to put his spin on it. He is still running Matt Nagy's offense. No matter who is calling the plays, what would you like to see them do to help out Nick Foles tonight?
Well, first of all, Susie, he's one of the better play callers. What are you doing giving it up? It's kind of a quarterback. Would you rather run the ball or pass the ball? Or I'm going to pass the ball. Any quarterback says, I want to run the ball. Anyone who play caller says, I don't want to call plays. That makes no sense. It makes it feel like he was forced to do it because I can't figure that out. But that recognize that. The problem is that Nick Foles, when he went to the Super Bowl with the MVP, he carried with him the 3rd-ranked rushing team in the league, and then he's a great play-action passer. The problem with this offense today is they are last in rushing, and they're not even close to last. They're like 40th of their 40 teams. And watch these 3 plays. It really sets up what's wrong right now. First of all, they cannot run the football. And without running the football at all, you can get beat at the line of scrimmage. Now there is no threat for Nick Foles in his play-action game. That was what he was great at in the Super Bowl year when he was the MVP. There is nobody that thinks that the Bears, who cares who he hands it off to? It doesn't matter. So their play-action game is terrible. And then here's the other part we talk about every week. All these quarterbacks in today's game have all these yards to go get, all these free yards that are everywhere, and Nick can't get those. And so in many ways, the way that they're not going to run the football, Nick can't be explosive. And everyone's, what's wrong with Nick Foles? He doesn't have the rushing game he had in the Super Bowl year of the Philadelphia Eagles. Not even close. It's last. Like I said, it could be, if there were 40 teams, they'd be 40th. And that's the problem. And it's not going to get any better.
When you look at why teams hire head coaches, it's usually, it's an offensive guy, it's a defensive guy, or it's a guy that can galvanize and lead the whole organization. Matt Nagy was an offensive guy. He was brought in because he was an offensive guy. I'm going to just give you some stats here. All right? I don't like reading on air because I might mess a word up. Under Nagy, they're 30th in yards per play. They're 31st in yards per rush. They're 30th in explosive plays since Matt Nagy has been there. Now, there are only 32 teams in the league, and I just know they work. He's changed the offensive line coach to Juan Castillo from the guy that was there last year, and they still can't run the football. The bottom line is when you're an offensive coach, and you're supposed to come in and have creative offensive, you've changed quarterbacks, you brought in a different quarterback, the problem is not anything but you. Matt Nagy has not been able to do what the Kyle Shanahans have done, what the Arthur Smiths have done, what the Sean McVays have done. Be creative, be innovative. I talked to a defensive coordinator, and they simply said this. I asked you, hey, tell me about the Chicago Bear run game. They said it's a trick 'em run game. Not physical. They try to trick you. They're soft. No, they don't respect it. Soft. They do not respect what the Bears do. It's a gimmick offense. And as a defensive player, anytime I saw a gimmick offense, I knew how to beat them. You hit them in the mouth and you knock them out. So the teams that are aggressive with the Bears, that penetrate, they get in the backfield, the Bears have trouble. And this is a direct reflection on Matt Nagy. Ryan Pace has done a really good job. The Bears have talent. They have a Super Bowl caliber defense. They've done a really good job of acquiring talent, but it doesn't matter who the running back is. What do we always talk about in this league, Randy? You can put anybody at running back. Where's the creativity? Where's the commitment to run? And there is none, and that's strictly on Matt Nagy.
I wanted to jump in and say, because we were looking at the shot of Cordero Patterson, who's going to see snaps at running back tonight, maybe that'll be some sort of a boost, a spark.
Okay.
I'm really anxious to see. Steve talked about it. Boog, you talked about it. One thing in the National Football League, the passing game, the play-action passing game, and we're sitting here talking about Nick Foles. Nick Foles needs the running game just like Allen Robinson needs the passing play-action game. So you're talking about their dead last in the run. With all that Matt Nagy has brought to Chicago Bears have been a great offensive mind in this game. I'm anxious to see when the things get tight on third down, when the offensive coordinator is not calling the right plays, will Nagy grab that playbook back and start calling some plays? Because I'm telling you, when the game gets tight, that's when egos get in the way.
Yes.
And the thing about it is, it's a big game tonight. Boog, you said one word. You said aggressive defense. They're going against aggressive defense tonight in the Minesota Vikings. And I always look at the run game. If your defensive line is playing on the other side of the line of scrimmage, then that means it's a long night for your offense. Yep. So I look forward to this matchup up front for the Minnesota Chicago Bears tonight.
Yeah, once upon a time, Andy Reid is a pretty great play caller. Gave up play calling because Kansas City was in a slump and gave it to Matt Nagy. So I guess in his mind, he's hoping he can get that spark from Bill Lazor. We'll see.
We're going to find out quickly.
We're going to find out quickly. Still coming here on Monday Night Countdown. Sunday was filled with a ton of great quarterback performances, but only a select few can make their way into Steve's QB corner with Big Ben's 4 touchdowns be enough to make his debut. And we go one-on-one with Minnesota running back Dalvin Cook. See how the hottest running back in the league earned the nickname the Chef.
Baby, shrimp Alfredo, we put the red sauce in it. Whatever pasta you want, I can make it.
Taco Bell.
Welcome back to Monday Night Countdown, presented by Subway.
For Steve's QB corner. And Steve, it seems like you've really made Ben Roethlisberger work to get into your corner. In the last 3 games, 9 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. What are you seeing?
I see a guy that's renewed. I mean, he missed a whole season, a high, almost 40 years old, and what he's accomplished. Like, what's Ben going to be like? What's he going to come back and really be able to have that one-step delivery that he did so well in 2018? Is he going to be the guy that's the old pro that can figure out how to be mobile and figure out how to get the ball out? Oh, yes, check. Then is he going to be the guy that can look off and do the things that only guys that played 15, 20 years in the league? Oh, yeah, we can do that. And then does he have a nose for the end zone like he's always had? I'm going to put it in. Yes. Check, 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 check for Ben Roethlisberger, who thinks he's going to the Super Bowl, which I don't blame him. Tua and Justin Herbert, love them both. First of all, Justin Herbert, in many ways, I mean, can he just win a game? The guy is so talented, so fun to watch. Look at the mobility. And every time he drops back, you think, what special thing is going to happen? He's still got this, look, he's got the great arm, but Justin, those are the things that are going to lose football games, and he knows better. In many ways, he's learning every week. I just wish he could win a football game. These are the kind of throws that you say to yourself, backing up, delivering the ball for touchdowns, you know he's going to be a tremendous player. Tua, to me, another thing you want to see is a young player who just starts to play with huge expectations. How efficient am I? Can I put it in the end zone? Am I turning the ball over? Am I doing all the things just to smart things as a young player and not being the reason that we lose? And he's doing all of that. 0 interception, very efficient. I love both of these guys, these young players. Justin Herbert is fun to watch throw the football. Tua is a guy that is going to continue to put it in the end zone. I think he's very efficient, very smart player.